So what we're gonna do today, Super Bowl's about close. We got the national championship, so it's just a perfect time to make the best wings ever. Normally I do it on the grill, but this time we're gonna use a smoker. And I got a digital smoker. The wood that I'm gonna use, I got hickory. And this is the wings that we got. We got the chicken wing drummets. They're already cut, and I'll probably actually cut a little bit more of the fat off just because I'm not big on eating a lot of the fat. We'll need some butter, some sesame oil, black peppercorn, sea salt, paprika. We got some jalapeno peppers, honey roasted peanuts. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up my smoker, and I'm gonna put it on 275 degrees. I'm using a digital smoker. If you use a wood, go ahead and make it even hotter. Cook it up to like 325 degrees. Now you don't have to do this, but I personally like to. So what I do is I always take my chicken, and I take some cool water, and I wash it off. Actually, I wash it off thoroughly, and I also cut off the fat trimmings. That's the fat trimmings, and that's dishwashing liquid. And that's exactly what I do. Like, that's the before, and that's the after. Okay, now that we got our chicken wings, we got them cleaned and trimmed. So now we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning them up. Like I said, we got the sesame oil. I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit. I usually just make a nice little circle. Then we're gonna take our black peppercorn. We're just gonna go ahead and give it a couple twists around it. I use sea salt, but you don't have to, but I personally like sea salt over just regular salt. We're just gonna do the exact same thing. And of course, just give it a nice little toss. And don't toss your chicken in the floor now. Have a little bit of control. Then we'll go ahead with our paprika. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. A nice little coat. That's gonna add a lot of color to it. It's gonna make it look good. All right, now honestly, if I wasn't doing this video, I would probably let this marinate in the refrigerator for like an hour to maybe even 2 hours, but I'm hungry and you wanna go ahead and see this video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the smoker. But that's what it's gonna look like before. So you already got your smoker at 275 degrees, but I'm just got a little bit of some olive oil. So I'm just gonna take me a paper towel, fold it. It's very easy. Just wet it just a little bit and just put a nice little coat on it. If you have a brush, you can do it, but I find that when I use a brush, I make it more of a mess. You don't have to go heavy, just to keep them from not sticking. And then we're just gonna start laying these pretty bad boys right on this rack. At this time, your smoker should have a nice little smoke roaring out of it. So it's ready. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and get them in as fast as you can. Oh. Oh, God. All right, let's try. Woo. Look at me. Get me. Don't be careful. Because when you open that smoker, you're going to have a lot of smoke coming out. You don't want your eyes to be watering like me. So back up. I didn't. And if you want to, you can use this, but I'm not even going to use it. I'm just got a digital thermometer in there. I know in 45 minutes that they'll pretty much be done. We'll come back in 45 minutes and check and see where we're at. Okay, now we're going to take our honey roasted. Make sure they're honey roasted because it's going to add a little bit of sweetness to it. Honey roasted peanuts, and we're just going to chop these up. You can put them in the blender if you want to, but my blender would chop it up way too fine. So what I did is I just used the back of a screwdriver. You can use a hammer. Just be careful you don't break your table. And I just chop them up pretty good. I mean, hammer them until they chop up pretty good. Then the same thing with our jalapeno peppers. We're just gonna make probably like a dozen slices. And this is gonna go on to the finished product once we're finished smoking our wings. Okay, now we're just gonna finish them off. It's a nice little sweet, but it's got a lot of spice to it. So if you're not into spicy things, just go ahead and just take the wings out of the smoker and just eat them as is. They're gonna be really good already. But like I say, this is just gonna have a nice little sweet and spicy kick to them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get 2 tablespoons of butter over here. We're gonna go ahead and let that butter melt. And then as the butter is melting, we're gonna go ahead and throw those dozen of jalapeno slices in here. We're gonna cut that heat up just a little bit just to get them to a boiling point. And once it starts boiling, we're gonna reduce the heat and we're gonna cook them for 3 minutes. Once you get this and it's to a boiling point, Go ahead and reduce the heat and cut it off. And then you just want to mix you in just a little bit of sriracha sauce. You don't have to go heavy with this because it's going to have a nice little bite to it. So the finishing trick, what you do is go ahead and throw a little bit of honey in there and it'll tone the heat down, and just a little bit of brown sugar. And that right there is a recipe for greatness. We'll go ahead and get one of them out and just test them, but they should be done. Remember, watch out for that smoke. Look at all that smoke. Yeah. We'll stick it in one of the thicker ones. See what this thermometer says. Be right on the dot. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, the wings are done, the sauce is done, so we can go ahead and mix both of these beautiful things together. Just like that. Just pour it over and we're gonna toss it. And that's all it will take. Yes. Y'all can't smell it, but I'm just telling you, the smell smells sweet, hot, and very inviting. And just sprinkle them all around it. Oh wow, that's got so much good flavor in it. Definitely try this out. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, probably eat all of it, let the cameraman get a couple too. But like I was saying, definitely try out this simple recipe. The recipe is very easy, very fast. The smoker does all the work. Make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video, and make sure you enjoy these wings. Cheers.
And games.
That's insane.